My video for this movie's super late, but I have to review it considering what a phenomenon it's become. This film's box office dropped less than 5% on its second weekend. That may mean nothing to you, but trust me when I say that doesn't happen nowadays. Hopefully the movie's good enough to warrant the success. Sinners stars Michael B. Jordan as a set of twins affectionately named Smoke and Stack. The film takes place in the Jim Crow era, and the twins come down to the Deep South after working for Al Capone in Chicago to start their own conquests. If you knew nothing about this film, you'd be forgiven for assuming it's a mob flick, but that's not the case. About halfway through the second act, we switch from an intriguing mob character movie to an action vampire romp. Think From Dusk Till Dawn, but with no foot fetish. On a quick side note, Tarantino gets a lot of shit for that scene with the liquor and the toes in his mouth. But ladies and gentlemen, do you remember that the owner of those toes was Selma Hayek? I'm not even into feet, but if I was acting in that movie and I saw that scene pop up in the script, well, let's just say. Okay, so how is Sinners? Does the movie live up to the hype? Well, yes and no. The acting is exceptional, with Mr. Jordan killing it in his respective roles. And I have to say I really enjoyed Hailee Steinfeld as Mary. Her character's relationship with one of the twins adds a layer of humanity that I think was desperately needed in this film. In fact, that's why I loved the first half of this film so much. The characters and their interactions were interesting, and I enjoyed the world that Ryan Coogler was trying to create from the director's chair. Unfortunately, that was my feeling about the film before the vampires showed up. After the horror elements kicked in, I honestly lost a bit of enthusiasm. It's not that the movie becomes terrible when it switches to horror, it just becomes less personal. There is loads of symbolism in the narrative that does add depth where the vampire story may be lacking, but that didn't help the FOMO I felt. I missed my mob movie. They were killing that shit.
Why would you do that?
The movie's still a great watch, and I feel like the unique atmosphere is largely the reason why people are heading out to see this in droves. Which of course is not a bad thing. I love to see that. And you should see this movie. But I can't help but wonder what we would have got if Coogler would have stayed with the narrative seen in the first half. Oh well, that's it for me. And as always, thank you for your time.